And what about the jewelry?
This chain 40,000. Earrings, think like 2 band. Bracelet, 13 band.
And care to share the jeweler behind any of the jewelry you just mentioned?
Yeah, Brian's son, Joel.
Little Dirk, on his Instagram story, posted this, quote, "Stop buying all this jewelry without knowing what you're doing. A lot of this shit fake, and some is overpriced. Get one jeweler and stick to him. I'm telling you, y'all aska be pissed when the truth come out." End quote. What are your thoughts on this?
Shit, yeah, he not lying. Shit, you need to. Some niggas be having like lab diamonds in their shit. CVD diamonds, moissanite. Some of these niggas putting fake watches, buying fake watches, putting real diamonds on it. All type of shit be going on.
Now, before we go on any further, can you detail the jewelry you have on during this interview?
Detail it?
Yeah.
Shit, this a Cuban right here. It's a custom lock Cuban. Say my name on the lock. White gold. I think like 390 grams.
Bracelet?
Bracelet is 100 grams. 100 grams. Say my name on the lock too, to match this.
And what about earrings?
Oh, the earrings shit. I think they rose gold earrings. I pay like $2,500 or 2 bands for them.
Now, let's just dive a little bit further. When it comes to the chain, you've already mentioned the jeweler behind it. Why that jeweler in particular? Because there are other jewelers out there.
Yeah, that's my boy. So, I'm just fucking with him because, it's in the family. It's my bro.
When you say family, you mean biologically related some kind of way?
Nah, I just like, we the bros, The bros is the family. I just went to him because, he doing this shit hit hard, so I fuck with it.
And how did that relationship start? Was that something you initiate with him? He initiates with you at first?
Oh yeah, he told me like, let me make your next chain. And I'm seeing all his work, his shit look hard. I'm like, yeah, bet. Just cause he my homie, if it's not hard, I wouldn't do it.
And when it comes to this bracelet, any meaning behind that?
Nah, I just want to match my shit.
And when it comes to your earrings, well, before we dive into the earrings, one more question about the bracelet. You do have it on your right wrist. Any meaning behind the right wrist?
Yeah, because normally I got my watch on my left wrist. My watch getting fixed right now in LA. So normally I be having my watch on my left, my bracelet on my right.
And are you naturally right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
What happened with the watch?
Man, that shit got water damage like in the face. Like, you gotta get cleaned out.
And it's not pictured during this interview, but care to share the name of the brand or the model of that watch?
Cartier.
And the jeweler behind it?
Brian.
Now, when it comes to that watch, again, you don't have it with you, but it's currently being fixed. That Cartier watch, is that custom or bust down, as some say, or factory setting, or plain Jane, as some say?
Bust down. All white gold.
Now, when it comes to that debate of custom versus factory, aka bust down versus plain Jane, where do you stand on that at this point?
Shit, I like all bust down shit. I just like how that shit hit off like my skin, like in pictures and shit. But I like certain plain Jane rollies and shit though. Like the olive, presidential olive, that shit hard.
Do you have any other watches in your jewelry collection?
No.
Just the Cartier for now. Okay, when it comes to the earrings, both ears are pierced. And why both for you? Some do one, some don't do any.
That shit didn't look hard. Had to have both.
And were your ears pierced by a professional, or was it a self-piercing for you?
Professional.
Do you remember what age that took place?
I think like 13, 14.
Now, what is your opinion on grills?
Shit, I had a grill. I had a permanent grill before I got veneers.
And why the change?
Shit, the permanent grill is like fucking up my gum line and like rotting my teeth underneath. So, took that shit out.
Now, when it comes to the perms, how long did you have them for?
Like a little less than a year, I want to say.
And was this a grill that sat on top of your natural teeth?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing was shaven down for it.
Nuh-uh.
And care to share the jeweler you went for that?
Brian again. Yeah, Brian and Supreme Jewelers. They like did it together type shit.
Now, what was the issue with the perms? Was that something on their end on why this took place? Was this something on your end on why this took place?
Now it's like with perms, you can't really like get the food out your teeth as good as you like can with regular teeth. So you can floss every day after each meal, but sometimes you could just be pushing that food deeper to where you're not gonna be able to get it out anymore. That's what was happening to me. It wasn't really nobody's fault for real.
And at what point did you realize something was going on?
My shit was getting swollen. My gums was getting a little swollen.
Do you remember how much you spent on the perms?
Yeah, 19,000.
When you get them removed, what ends up happening with that grill, that 19,000 you spent?
Or you could like shit, keep it, do something else with it, like melt the gold down, use the diamonds for something else.
What did you end up doing personally?
Shit, I still got it, just waiting on what I'm gonna do with it.
And when it comes to the veneers, is this called anything specific?
No, just veneer.
Teeth shaven down for this, or do they sit on top of your natural
I'm
teeth?
shaving them down a little bit, yeah.
And where do you stand on that debate of pullouts versus perms at this point?
Shit, if my shit didn't like hurt or something, I would say go perm. Like commit all the way to that shit. But some niggas like pullouts because they got good teeth underneath. So if you got good teeth, go pull out.
And finally, what's your opinion on rings?
Shit, I fuck with rings. I'm actually getting a custom ring made right now.
Your first ring ever?
Nah, I've had other rings and shit. You get rid of them as you go.
Now, for transparency, when it comes to your jewelry, did you pay for all of this, or was any of it for promo?
Nah, I paid for all of it.
And you've already shared the amounts that you spent on the jewelry. Was spending that amount of money to you worth it?
Yeah.
And what leads you to that answer?
What lead me to what, paying for it?
Yes, spending that amount of money that you did. 42 on the chain, I think it was 13 on the bracelet.
Yeah, 40 on the chain, but yeah, like shit. It's worth it because it's about my look. It look good. And it's like a trophy, so it's hard work.
Have you ever lost jewelry?
No.
What is your opinion on insurance for jewelry at this point?
Yeah, you need to get it. So.